Hey guys, today I'd like to discuss a delicate topic, I guess, or perhaps just a topic that certain people take a little too seriously. That is the subject of first, or frast to others. But what, going beyond the, when I get a YouTube comment that says first, okay, that's cool. I don't understand. I don't get involved in the whole first thing. But say when I get a comment that says, "Hey, I learned a thing from your video that inspired me to do something great," that is what is important to me. But going beyond the YouTube comments, which is just a small gripe to me personally, but something that really hit me recently was I recently posted the video of getting the rapid strike barrel attachments that act as a battery retainer from tungsten. And it really got me thinking. Hey, shh, take it easy. But I got to thinking how that was something that I had done, I guess to back up, he approached me when he made the video, or I guess before he made the video, but he said, "Hey, I made this thing based on your design, is that okay?" And I said, "Holy cow, you took, this idea and made something like cool out of it. That's awesome. Go ahead. I have no problem with that." But I guess to me, so often people get caught up with making sure they're first. To me, I don't really care. As long as you're making something cooler, I'm all for that. Like, what would you rather have? Would you rather have this? Or would you rather have this? I mean, this worked for me for 2 years, and it was cool, I guess. But the end game, this is a lot cooler thing. This took a lot more effort. This is a better finished product. This is a cooler thing. Suddenly, this is obsolete, regardless if it was first. And I am pretty sure I was not the first to do that either. I'm pretty sure it was the first guy who was too lazy to put the screws in on his rapid strike and just slapped a barrel attachment on there and said, "Okay, that's good." I assume that happened before I did mine. I was just looking honestly for something to cover up the end of the muzzle because I don't like that look. And it just happened to close the battery, and I thought, hey, that's cool and that's handy. And so, to me, I guess I don't take any glory in like, hey, look at this thing that I did first. You and your 3D printed fancy stuff, that's dumb. I did it first. It doesn't really matter if I did it first or not, because I'm sure I didn't anyway. But within the parameters of our little conversation here, that what I did really didn't. What I did doesn't really matter in the long run, because now we have something better, and that's what's important to me. I think furthering the hobby is what's important. Instead of people being so offended that somebody else did this thing, but I did it first. Did he do it better? If he did it better, that's what's important to me. I'm not even going to get involved in the whole dual hyperfire conversation. That's something entirely different. But and you can see what damage that's done to the community itself. Just one little event. When to me it's not super important on who necessarily did it first. Is what did we end up with? What was the better product? It's okay that somebody had to do it first. That's cool, but I don't know. You don't always have to copy someone else's work. There does have to be. Somebody obviously does something first, but you don't have to document everything. I'm all for giving credit. When somebody inspires me, I'm like, hey, dude, that inspired me to do this cool thing. Thanks, that's really cool. And I have people asking me, like, permission. I've had a few people ask, like, hey, I want to build something kind of like the Hellhound. Is that okay? Dude, do it. If you can do it better, that's awesome. I don't say that, like, with hyperbole or anything. Honestly, if you make something cool that's better than what I built, I want to see it. That would be awesome to see. If something I was involved with inspired you to do something better or create something better, that's awesome. I'm not going to look at you and be like, yeah, well, I did it first. There's no benefit in that to me. It is possible for two people to have the same idea at the same time. We are a community made up of like thousands, tens of thousands of people, and you know, out of several 10,000 people, you're going to have similar ideas. I mean, as soon as a blaster drops, like as soon as we get leaks of a new blaster, there is thousands of people looking at it and saying, how can we squeeze more power out of that? Hey, how can we cut that in half and add this cool part of it to something else? So, yeah, right out of the gate, you're going to have people, like as soon as the Hawk hit, as soon as we saw some leaked images, I saw it and thought, I gotta cut stock off one of those, that's cool. And, as soon as they dropped, first review video I saw, they're like, this thing kind of sucks, so I'm gonna cut it in half. And I'm like, cool, guy. I didn't leave a comment in their video saying, yeah, well, I'm pretty sure I thought of that first. Because I looked at that and said, oh boy, there's going to be some cool mods built out of that thing. And I don't know, I just don't see I don't see any productivity in claiming first or I don't know, my brain does not work that way. I guess I'm more interested personally in like the furthering of the hobby, I don't know. I guess the whole reason I got involved with doing the videos and stuff is to just kind of explain things and show kind of how I do things to help other people. And so that's just the way I'm wired, I guess. I don't know. If I was more of just like into making cool things and receiving glory from it or something, I'd just do videos on finished products and just be like, here's this cool thing I made, I'm really cool. But that's, I don't know, I'm not sitting here saying the Nerf gospel says that you shouldn't be caring about who was first or anything like that. That's just me. I'm just talking. That's just something I've been thinking about, just opening the conversation, I guess. I just maybe in the comments somebody can tell me what the benefit of being first is and how that helps the hobby, helps our culture, helps growth of the community and stuff like that. Honestly, I don't understand. I see, so-and-so did it first, that was my idea, and stuff like that, and I just go, that one's cool. That's just how I focus, so please, like I said, I'm not bashing on people about it, I think as a community, we're so much better than that. Our community can do some amazing things. We have some just incredibly creative people in our community and in our hobby. And I just think if those people are allowed to just create without worrying about the politics of things, how much more could they create? How much better could our community be? How much higher quality could our mods be if we just focused on doing cool stuff? I mean, in general, if we spent less time bashing on people in the hobby and attacking people in the hobby and just helped each other build cool things, we could do some amazing crap. That would be awesome. But I guess at the end of the day, we're still people. And people are weird. But I guess there really wasn't a end game on this discussion, this conversation, this rant. Was that a rant? Felt kind of ranty. But I don't know. I guess I would just encourage you all to focus more on just the improving of things, just the accepting the growth, knowing that somebody was probably first, and that's okay, but something else was better, and to me that's all right. You don't always have to have whatever inspired you didn't happen to be the guy who did it before you did. It might have been some other guy who didn't know that this other guy did it. And so I guess it's okay to build your own thing. It's okay to build things that other people built. Well, build it better, you might as well. So I don't know. Let's try to be better people. Let's do that. Let's just strive to be a better people in the community and see where that takes us. And we'll see you later.